Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 2 of our Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. So last time we started our adorable little journey. We got to officially joined the literature club. We officially wondered why the heck we're so mean, and we realized joining a literature club full of adorable girls isn't actually all that bad. No kidding. Anyway, so this time through, we will be continuing to go for our Yuri playthrough. Now, of course, I mentioned this at the end of last time, but we're going for the best possible ending. If you haven't played this game yet, then this run might not be the best for you, simply because I might be doing things... I mean, it's not that bad, but, you know, it's not exactly a blind experience for me. Anyway, so we're trying to go for the fulfilling ending to get the best possible ending. I might mess it up. I'm hopeful we won't, so that's the hope and the prayer. Anyway, I think that's everything. The only thing we'll mention, so, part 10 of Fallout 4 did come out, but the song The Wanderer by Dion and the Belmonts, I think, got copyright claimed, and the idiots who own it blocked it, even though it's like literally free advertising money for them. So, you know, that's a great decision. Anyway, so they blocked it. So I disputed it, citing fair use. The point is, I'm fighting to get it released. Worst case scenario, I will mute the audio for that little portion, and we'll be done. So I'm trying to get it released. I will be recording part 11 of our Fallout 4 playthrough right after this. And so hopefully part 10 gets released before I release part 11, but there's no way of knowing for sure. So we'll just have to see and hope for the best. Anyway, so let's go ahead and continue on with this. So, okay, so we're going for Yuri. So you got to be thinking, like, she's a fan of... No! Okay, bad start. Imagination. There we go. All right. What I've found with her, big words. Big words are good. After image. There we go. See what I mean? You get like bigger words, and she tends to be all about it. Eternity. See what I mean? Agonizing. I massacre. Heartbeat. No. All right. So, but mostly we're doing good. Infinite. Nailed it. Disoriented. We're so good though. Vitality. Suicide. Nailed it. Okay. We're getting there. Vertigo. I know her so well. I can feel it. Let's see. Disown. Nailed it. Okay, so something that I've noticed as well, in some of the things, like, the game seems laggy, like there'll be like little jumps in dialogue. The game tried to tell me it was my DirectX settings, and then I tried to update it, and it said, actually, there's a newer version already installed, you're good to go. So I'm like, okay. So if there's like little lag, like when they jump or on the main menu, I'm really sorry, I don't know what to do about it, so hopefully, you know, hopefully it's not too common. Pain. Oh, dang it. Alright, hang on. Contamination. Nailed it. Melancholy. Tenacious. Unrequited. Nope. Frightening. Nailed it. Uncontrollable. Lust. Nailed it. Oh, we did it, guys. Alright, definitely did it. Alright, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Joshua. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. A little chuckle that I can't emulate. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, but that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing for you to get you in a good mood. Like, okay, right there. I'm such a jerk. Why am I so mean? Like, it's not that weird for someone to be super psyched and in a good mood because their friend is in their club. Like, that's not a weird thing. Like, apparently I have no social skills in the game as well. And, like, I did not authorize this. Why was I not contacted? That, like, hey, by the way, we're gonna literally put you into a game. You're gonna be a jerk and then wonder why you're so mean later. That's gonna be you. I'm like, if I would have known, I would have prepared or something. Anyway, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. Huh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori? Huh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Haha. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought the snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves only one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh, heartless! As always, so heartless. I'm sorry, everybody. I swear I'm not that mean in real life. I swear. All right. I just realized my OBS is at full screen somehow. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, haha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Joshua to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Silence. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Haha, I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Hee. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hee. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was, huh? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Haha. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Haha. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. You get her mouth's full, you get it. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Hee. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hee. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. So Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Probably saying, or like, but her mouth is full, you get the idea. Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Well, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Maybe. It's not like, it's like, Remember, she's very popular. She's very in control. She was on the debate team. She's well-spoken, unlike a certain YouTuber we all know. Anyway, that's me. Anyway, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Haha. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Oh, come on. Is any one of us surprised here? Monica is like the you know, like the stereotypical popular person. Of course she's multi-talented. Obviously. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Joshua. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Ah, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention yourself as well. Not to mention for yourself as well. Not yourself as well. Anyway, Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in on the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Oh, come on, Monica! Don't ruin this for me, woman! She's like, she saw this coming. She knew what was happening here. She's like, I can't stand for this. Anyway, sorry. That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Oh! Shots fired! And Yuri is not gonna stand for it. She was excited about what's happening here. She's like, wants this relationship to develop, and she wasn't gonna stand for it. Get wrecked! Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Joshua in club activities? I'm like, dang, my mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Joshua. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Like, whoa! Like, holy crap! Once in the hallway, Yuri suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said it, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Joshua. Oh, the sweet music kicks in. Something's happening here, people. Can you feel it? Anyway, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light shower into a hurricane. Ah. No, wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotion. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Joshua, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Joshua, do you like, I think it's pronounced oolong, maybe? Oolong tea? In IRL, I don't like any tea. I don't think. I mean, I think maybe I've tried tea once, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember trying tea specifically, so I have no idea. But I would lean towards I probably don't, because odds, I don't know how strong tea is. Like, it's like a super strong drink? I have no idea. I guess I've always assumed that it was kind of like super watered down, so it's more or less like water with light flavor. I guess that's just, you know, that's a complete guess, because obviously I have no idea, obviously. Anyway, yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now, it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Or, a little, like a little's a song name. Starts humming a little to herself. There we go. That make more sense. Okay, you must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I should try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very bad for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Joshua. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Joshua, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly as I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. Yes, of course. The reason we were all thinking, undoubtedly. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get my book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go along well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. I'm like, oh, sorry. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me, I'm saying, she's probably handing it to me like, your teacup. Like, here you go. This one's for you. Not like, your teacup. It's spilling. You idiot. You knocked it over or something. Anyway. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Hey, we got the next scene, y'all. 2 out of 3. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, and as if this situation was completely natural, but that means I can't stop there. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth, but just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Joshua, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Of course! Always! Naturally! I have done that with countless friends that I have known. Nothing weird about that at all, of course. Everyone does. Come on, you're all thinking it. This is normal friend behavior. Nobody panic, of course, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was? Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Intense stare. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. That wasn't like a comma. Anyway, like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Joshua, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Yeah, no kidding. Whoa, that was intense, everybody. You guys feel it? You guys feel it? All right, hang on. I gotta take a drink. My throat. Oh man, that was intense. Okay, well, I mean, we have to share it with our leading lady. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Joshua, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why? You did a great job explaining. I really wanted to I wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it kind of makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Oh! Oh! If it's with you, she says. Oh man, the relationship is developing by the second. Okay, the raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. Okay, before we get any farther, disclaimer, I cannot read cursive, or whatever this is called, I think it's called cursive, very well at all. So if I read like I'm in 3rd grade, I'm so sorry, alright? But like, I can't read cursive, I read like crap, alright? So it's gonna be rough, but we'll get through it, alright? We'll do it slow, like I was enunciating. It's not at all that I can't read it, it's that I was enunciating. Keep that in mind. Alright, my attention was caught by the scuttering? I don't know if that says scuttering of maybe it's scuttling. Scuttering? I don't know. The moving of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Sorry, I'm like super congested as always when I wake up, so you know, it's rough going. The moon inclements its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The same very light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic, Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Again, I mentioned this in the first episode. I have no concept of poetry at all, so this goes right over my head. So, you know, nothing much to be done about that. Anyway, so, you know, nothing to be done, unfortunately. Anyway, I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I begin to imagine what this poem is about. Oh yeah, so I don't know if I finished my thought. I don't understand poetry at all. It goes right over my head, so none of this means almost anything to me. Just there you go. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels to me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Joshua? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Joshua. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Hey, all right, let's go ahead and go with the best friend next. Ooh, I like this one, Joshua. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hee hee. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me either. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't me, that was her. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayuri. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayuri, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Joshua. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Alright, bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more, my friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayuri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings lately. I see that. It's not like I see that, like idiot, like super judgmental. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe it's because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Yeah, I should be far less pessimistic. I shouldn't be such a jerk. Anyway. Alright. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's gonna just sound like you're forcing it unless you don't really suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this unless you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me, huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? Of course I am! Anyway, what are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty... Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean Yuri, looks like I'm in trouble. I thought it said Yuri. Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem and hands it over back to me. Take your stupid poem. If you write it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Yeah, that's too real. That's too real. And unfortunately, she hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I was doing. I was aiming to impress Yuri, obviously. So, you know, that's kind of rough. Anyway, hi again, Joshua. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your own style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside her. Or like, maybe she's like agreeing. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. It just meant that I wish she wouldn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, that's not really anything wrong with that. Well, I know. I was just saying, but anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. I like how she crossed her Q. That's so cool looking. Anyway, squeaking, screeching, piercing. I don't know what that word is. Sine? I don't know what that word is. Sine, I don't know what that one is either. Cosine. I have no idea. A tangent, I think I know that one. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Well, that was sad. It's even more abstract than your last one. Haha, I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on a paper. Choosing where and how your space, to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I write the lines really makes, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that time comes, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah. Yeah, was that even a writing tip? I don't think so. That's a great point, Monica. Let me go and give it a save. Alright, good talk. Anyway. Sorry, I'm really trying hard not to be congested on camera. Hang on. Or I guess it's on mic, because I'm not on camera. I don't have a face cam. I don't know, whatever. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if you could sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're good at keeping it simple, okay? We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee hee. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud in a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings what brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Silence. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to be practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself, and then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes She finishes reciting. I don't know what the past tense of that is. She finishes reciting. You get the idea. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. You ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a small sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reciting the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. She's silent. Yuri, looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm the next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Haha, sorry I giggled. Sayuri, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of the mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri's is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she liked my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayuri. Even Joshua liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing this kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Hee. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Joshua. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Joshua lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Alright, I'm right here, okay? Like, what do you want from me, okay? It's like, that's so savage, as the kids would say. That's so savage. Alright, hang on. I need water, I'm dying again. Wow, that's so savage. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to recite poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. if it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hee hee. Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Just Yuri in the corner like, why can't that be me? Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Joshua, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, I have a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles over her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri has to go home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well? I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say, right? Because of course I want to walk home with Yuri, but at the same time, Sayori is the best friend since childhood. Like, it feels super bad to blow it off. Like, I feel like we can have something special, even if Yuri and me are having, like, a relationship, or kind of on the super early flirting stages of possibly something. You know what I mean? I feel like you should give you and the best friend some time, right? Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Joshua. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Yeah! Who knows what'll happen in that time? Alright, let's give it a save. Right, over this one, because this is right before the first poem, in case you're wondering. Okay, yeah, we have time to continue on. Okay, so again, focusing on Yuri. Focus on Yuri. Cage. There we go. Again, it has to be angsty. Think angsty. Alright, let's just channel our, what's the name of that band? Let's just channel our, My Chemical Romance and get our angsty on, and we can do this. Defeat. Nope, dang it. That one was more bittersweet. That's my bad. Extraordinary. No! Unrestrained. There we go. Okay, we're dialing it back. Whisper. No! Alright, we can do this. Disaster. Yes, okay. Anxiety. Alright, we're getting there. Incongruent. Alright, we're getting it. Tenacious? Yes. Alright, we can do this. Explode. Oh, there we go. Misfortune? No. That one was bittersweet, I guess. Infinite? That one's definitely hers. Frightening? Also definitely hers. Inferno? Okay, we're getting there. Melancholy? That's definitely one of hers. I don't think depression is right. Incapable. Oh, hey, we're doing it. Okay. Fear. No! Darn it. Okay. Tragedy. No! It's not good. Massacre. Okay. We're dialing it back. It's fine. Uncontrollable. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think we got there. Man, that was scary, but I think we got there. Alright, that was nervous. Alright. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Haha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about our part of the festival. It's the whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do you usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name, Monica. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Or Monica? Monica? Whatever. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Okay, now that makes more sense. I like that. She's like, you realize this game is in English, and that joke is gonna make it's gonna make no sense. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Hee hee. Fine, fine. What was so funny? Second time Monica has referred to fourth wall. Like that time she's like, that's gonna make no sense in translation. And the first time when she was like, remember to save your game, you never know what might happen. Yeah, fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Ah, there you are. Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows off a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed and everyone is back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently? Since she's been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Joshua, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast lately. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica appears across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging an eraser up and down her desk. Maybe something's on her mind? But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking... Hang on. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Joshua. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that's bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I'm dying again. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you know anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try out talking to her myself. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Joshua. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else you know. Huh? She seems so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any difference now than it always has been. You're so funny, Joshua. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? Silence, obviously not. I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her own words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she keeps keeping her voice quiet so that I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I could do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start off a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, and when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry, didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Joshua, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, so no matter how well you know them... Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a very simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Alright. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Yeah, that is the real question. Okay, obviously tradition demands it. Joshua, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotion. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Joshua, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say that I enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or perhaps you just know you would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time, they don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Joshua. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Joshua. I speak too slowly, I second-guess myself all the time, I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah, we really are good friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Okay, Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. All right, our time is short, unfortunately. Anyway, okay, Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the street light. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green, my heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. It wasn't? I missed it. Like, I feel like for a second I thought, I get it, and then like 2 sentences later, I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So, thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can... The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Hey, alright. Progress. Man, it sucks so bad because this is the problem about choosing a game that's so good is you want to keep going. So like having to force yourself to stop at an hour so that you can having to force yourself to stop for an hour so that you can having to force yourself to stop for an hour so that you can do something. I'm trying to think. I can't for some reason. So that you don't go too long because you're like, okay, well, this is the side game, it's not the main game, I have to stop. Having to force yourself to do that all the time just sucks so bad. It's just like, no. It's so unfortunate. Anyway, I don't know, I'm tempted to push through at least the poem section because with Yuri out of the way, this part will go fast. Because obviously Yuri's the one we're focusing on, so that's one where the connection will be the greatest. Here's the problem, though, is after this, things kick off. We're pretty soon here, we should be at the third scene with Yuri, and then after that, I think after that, we'll need to reload and go after one of the other girls. So it's one of those things that it's rough, man. I don't know. All right, maybe we'll press on a little bit more. All right, let's go with Natsuki. Okay. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Alright, there you go. There we go. She's out of the way. Sayori it is. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell that you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Joshua. Sayori, is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Yeah, bad news. It's all bad. It's all bad. All right, sorry. Hi, Joshua. We thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Haha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem that I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Joshua. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in a whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure that she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? You know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Okay. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has already found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Yeah, I have no idea. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put too much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. I wonder, was that another fourth wall thing? Anyway, are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it isn't that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. That's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right. Okay, you three. All right, pause. Save. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you something strange? Did it say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well, and she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously, of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me lately, so I didn't want to force it. Ho ho. You're curious, that curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the festival of the preparations. Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes, and we need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all of the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Joshua, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to help give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, so you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you would mention that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Joshua may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Joshua to— What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Joshua to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in— You literally just said I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. How could we settle this already? Yeah, Joshua, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Huh. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with— Obviously. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you— Natsuki, I can already tell that you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying— So you'll be helping Yuri then, Joshua? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. Whoop, sorry. Your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. You guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Joshua? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Just silence. Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Joshua picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And noticing that I do for the event will compare to that. So I get it. Like, I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden? I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she's already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she's tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about it themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. you better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone picks up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Yeah? I turn around. Sorry, I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that skipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I'd prefer to go into your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It sounds like it didn't matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Joshua. I think that you will make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason that you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason that makes the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. It's as if it took a tremendous effort, but Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when you're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Indeed! That's the real question. Alright, I think that'll be a great place to stop. Like, time-wise, we're a little bit over anyway. But more than that, like, it's a great stopping place in-game. So, we made fantastic progress today. Let's just give it a save just so we're on this little... Obviously, we already did, but this way we're on the menu. Anyway, but yeah, that's a great place to stop, man. We made great progress. We got done 2 poems. And we talked to everybody. I am worried about Sayori, but you know, it's we'll check in with her. And but Yuri's coming to our house on Sunday, so that's exciting. So progress is being made. Once again, I am scared to death about I am scared to death about our ability to get the perfect ending, but we're gonna just kind of bumble our way through it and hope it all works out. So ideally, it'll be fine. And worst case scenario, we'll still divert to the normal ending that most everyone else gets. So worst case scenario, it'll still be okay. But I would love to get the perfect ending. So hopefully it works. I've been doing research. I hope I have it figured out. We'll see. Anyway, but yeah, I will be recording Fallout 4 right after this. And other than that, though, I think that's it. Yeah, I will be recording Fallout 4 right after this. The only other thing that I'll say, and I'll probably say it again in Fallout 4 episode. So if you watch that, there you go. Is the recordings for this weekend might be weird. There might be a positive anime review coming out tomorrow. It might be the only thing coming out tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a lot going on, and Saturday I have a lot going on as well. So everything is busy. I'm busy from like start to finish forever. So this week has been nuts with uploads. I'm super sorry about that. Hoping this next week it can be ideally it can just be super regular. There'll be normal uploads. I'm super hopeful that's the case. And once again, between now and when and over the weekend, I'm going to try and squeeze out as many uploads as I can. I'm most likely a positive anime review will be coming out in the near future. Tomorrow's uploads might be the only thing going out. We'll have to see what happens. Anyway, I will be recording Fallout 4 after this, so that's going to be what happens for today. Anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.